B-O-A-B, baby, we're bums.
Alright, it's 6:50 a.m. and we left at 5 a.m. Right out of the gate, the RPM gauge was not working, so I didn't know how hard I was running the engine. Then the GPS quit again. It completely shut off. But this time we were determined to keep going, so we held the course.
Pretty eerie calm when we took off. Now the sun's just starting to come up over the Atlantic. We're a couple hours into our trip to Rodriguez, but time to do some planting. We had the seeds soaking overnight. Today what we've got going on is some mung bean. There's the mung bean there, and some radishes. There's the radishes. And the seeds are all rinsed, ready to go, so I'm gonna do some planting.
So, as you guys know, the RPM gauge wasn't working. It was something we decided we would fix when we dropped anchor tonight. So it was a little uncertain what happened. We still are, but we called Stan the man. We were going along about 3.5, 4 knots just under the motor, and it made a weird noise and then just cut off. We were dead in the water. Luckily, after diving around in here and down in there, I decided to try to start up the engine again in neutral, and it started up. I'm going really slow right now, and we're just trying to inch our way back to land. We're gonna try to get into some better depths. We're in 30 feet of water, and we're gonna get out of Hawks Channel. There's some boats coming by pretty quick. We're gonna drop anchor. I'm gonna dive down, and we're pretty sure we got a crab pot ball or rope or something stuck around the prop.
So we've dropped the anchor. Joel's about to dive on the prop.
There's nothing on the propeller except for growth. Growth, we got stuck and 2 months went by really quick. We didn't scrape the boat. I don't know. It's definitely gunked up a little bit. Just about every time something goes wrong, it's user error. We actually planned on scraping the boat ourselves when we got to Rodriguez Key. Just the Boot Key Harbor, a lot of people steered us away from jumping into that. They say the water's gross, it's stagnant, it's hard to see, bad visibility, blah, blah, blah. I was very close to paying a professional to come scrape our boat before we left. I decided not to. We decided we'd wait to get to Rodriguez and dive in and do it ourselves. Probably not the smartest decision. Add that one to the list. We don't know for sure, but we were right on user error. The fuel filter seems to be a little clogged and gunked. We thought maybe there was water in the fuel. So this is a fuel filter. We just pulled it out. Definitely looks like it's working well, but it looks like she needs to be replaced. There's some gunk.
This thing is supposed to separate the water from the fuel, and it's got a little valve down here where you can bleed the water out. We just had that completely shut, unaware.
No, you got that wrong. But
what?
You don't want to leave it open. You open it to drain the water, and then you shut it.
Oh.
If it was open, it wouldn't have a vacuum seal, and the diesel would be just...
But it had never been drained, am I right?
I don't know.
Oh.
I never drained it.
Luckily, there was a little bit of proactive steps taken.
So we had a replacement fuel filter. We have a 2010 TM. And this one here, the old one, is a 2 micron. We have here a 10 micron. And it comes with 2 gaskets, so I've taken the old gasket out of the lid here, and now here's the new one here. So you just slide that baby in. This fuel filter is embarrassingly gross. We just filled this tank. We're gonna siphon all the diesel out, and Sterling believes there's fungus and stuff that is growing on the bottom of our tank, so we have to siphon it out and clean it out. However, replacing this filter should hopefully get us to Biscayne Bay, which is another 60 or 70, it's about 70 miles from where we're at. New O-ring going on. As far as I know, this is actually a fairly simple process. Once you replace the filter, then you just need to fill this back up with diesel so it doesn't suck any air into the system.
This is our portable filter that we got. It's supposed to be comparable to a Baja filter, essential for cruising the Bahamas.
Here's the new gasket on the cap. Just place that on there. We took on a lot of water. I'm really discouraged right now coming out of our cooling system. I think for our battery's sake, I need to start the engine again. Just keep it in neutral. And they're dropping under 12 and we need the bilge. GPS still doing okay? We've been reduced to using a cell phone to figure out what our speed is. You can see there 5, 6, 4, 6. We don't have our GPS. The GPS we've unplugged, plugged, we've scrubbed it with alcohol, plugged it in many times. The GPS is not picking us up. We don't have the motor because, you know, the motor just started sucking in water and throwing it in the boat and filling our boat up. We were sinking. So we've got full sails right now and we're tacking into a northeast wind. We're making pretty decent headway on our target, so Michael's been at the helm since the whole fiasco.
Since I went down to do some planting and stepped into a puddle of water.
They say reef early and reef often. We know if there's weather coming right at us. And then we just brought the jib in a little bit. We're out here battling for our lives and this guy comes flying by on a kiteboard. This is as close as we could get with 6-foot draft. This right here, I think this was in here, this just came out or something, but this was just laying right here like that, so that's my last job. Here's Michael's last job. That's why these held good. Well, today's the 4th, I'm not sure what day it is. We just left Tavernier Key at 7:30 a.m. Our goal is to make it up to Coconut Grove, which is a long run compared to the runs we've made. Yeah, but we pulled the sails out. The thing that we have going for us today is the wind will be in our favor. This is sail power only. We do have the engine on, but it is in neutral and it's idled all the way down, mainly to just keep the batteries charged and just in case we need it. So this is full sail. We pulled up the full main. Able to do around 4 knots right now. The winds are, today they're moving, what was it, northeast to east to southeast, so they're clocking around all the way to the south. And we're moving northeast to more north. So the winds are clocking around and now they're pretty much at our back. And so we pulled the main in and we're just running on the jib. Still doing 4 knots. We're just entering the Biscayne Bay Channel. I think it's about 9 p.m. We're heading for Coconut Grove. We got about 3 more hours. Of course, the GPS cut out on us here and there. The batteries dropped. Little things, but overall, it was an amazing day, and we still have, we still got to get in though. We're waiting on the tide to come back up. We got in at 1:30 last night and dropped anchor. A few hours later, noticed we were tilting sideways. So as soon as this tide comes back up, we're going to move because we have run aground. When the tide went down, hey, it looks like the tide just came up. We're starting to float again. Let's go, baby. Our neighbor, who was so kind and not angry at us for getting kind of close to him, told us to go anchor right over next to this guy, just in front of him. Look at this! That's how Baruch rolls. They're coming to save the day. Are you kidding me? You don't know how happy we are to see these guys. Oh, let's go. Look at this crew.
I'll probably run all night again.
Natural ice.
How's that locker down there?
It's
pretty tight in here. Yeah. It would be good if you had a little seat.
Cozy cubby.
Chair. That's pretty good though. There, hand me that motor.
They're looking at gauges.
Cozy cubby.
Julia, what do you think?
Hey. I think I want to stay.
Yeah? Alright. I'm not gonna tell you to leave.
Hey, can you hit that pump?
Oh,
Yeah, just so I can see what it does.
yeah.
What are the other big
gauge?
projects that have to be done tomorrow for the
That's
boat?
probably on the motor though.
Really, he's dealing with the main one. That
I think we got a bad motor here. We take it off there, and it doesn't turn very well, and it's kind of moving around a lot more than it should. So.
Is that this part?
Yeah, this part right here. So it's looks pretty rusty. So it's probably
so
corroded
old.
up in there. And
That's so fun.
look at that.
Whoa.
Ripping. We've definitely had some viewers that advised us to wire in this inline fuse here from our bilge that goes directly to our batteries.
This thing's supposed to be really tight, so it's waterproof. Yeah, there we go.
That's the positive lead coming in. This is done by a professional. Not me.
You are a professional, Joel.
Bah.
What do you mean?
Coming in.
We're working on the motor here today. Belt's kind of loose. I'm gonna tighten it up. You can see the rubber grinding off over time, so we don't want Joel to get out there and not be able to see the flat spots here.
Where the flat? Show him the flat.
See the big spot? No V here.
Uh-huh.
This is why we told you your belt is bad.
Uh-huh.
It's tiny here. But when we take stuff off, we grease it all up, keep the bolts, nice and greased up, so you don't have problems the next time you gotta take it off.
Okay, we're here in the work truck that Luke Baruch is driving. We got Dylan over here. They've been helping us run around. I mean, it's been insane. We got the belt here, the new belt. Just got stopped by West Marine. We got the 12-volt pump to replace the pump that went bad here when we took on all that water. This thing pumped out tons of water before she finally burned out on us.
I think you're gonna do good things out there, man.
No, I don't know.
Back in shape, and go out there and crush it.
Yeah.
I think some sailing ahead
You
of
guys
you
couldn't
guys,
be
man.
more ready.
Couldn't have done anything without you guys.
That's
oh
not
my
true.
God. We would not be ready.
You'd still be walking like this.
We
there,
would
Paul.
not be ready.
Excited for you guys. Feeling
I
ready to
even got
go?
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Dude. That's kind of crazy. I got some goosebumps
Yeah.
over it.
Okay guys, we're here at No Name Harbor. We're about 6 hours from our attempt to crossing over to the Bahamas. It's 6:15 p.m. We're gonna leave at midnight. Things are not perfect, but good enough for us to give it a run. So wish us luck. Hope to see you guys on the other side. How you feeling, Michael?
Feeling ready?
You look ready.
Excited.
You look a lot more relaxed than I feel.
Whatever happens is gonna happen.
Which way are we going? Are we just out of control?
We're kind of starting to turn. We're pointed north right now, just sort of evolving.
These are the tales of Moab.